The air hung thick with cigar smoke and the scent of truffle oil. Pigs, dressed to the nines, sipped expensive wine. It was Swill and Swinery, the fanciest pub in Pigtown. Tonight they were celebrating Percy's promotion to Hogfather of Finance. Champagne corks popped. The room buzzed with laughter and oinking. It was a night for pigs, by pigs. Unseen, a little fly named Freddy rubbed his front legs together. He loved a good party, especially one with unattended goblets. Tonight, Freddy was feeling lucky. He buzzed around the room, searching for the perfect drink. He found it, a crystal glass filled with the most expensive Pinot Grigio. Freddy grinned, showing off his tiny fly teeth. Freddy dove headfirst into the Pinot. He drank and drank and drank. He hadn't felt this good since, well, ever. The room started to spin. Freddy giggled, a strange buzzing sound. He landed on a pig's bald head, mistaking it for a landing pad. The pig, Horace, barely noticed. He was too busy discussing the merits of mud baths with a Mrs. Hogbottom. Freddy, however, was feeling bold. He hiccuped, a tiny fly burp right into Horace's ear. Horace twitched but continued talking. This only encouraged Freddy. He began to sing, in his best and only fly voice, a drunken rendition of Flight of the Bumblebee. It was awful, really awful. The room went silent. All eyes were on Freddy, who, completely oblivious, continued his serenade. Finally, Horace had enough.
"Get this pest out of my sight,"
he roared, swatting at Freddy. The music stopped. Freddy, his buzz thoroughly killed, found himself being tossed out the door. He landed with an undignified splat into a puddle of mud. Humiliated, he sat there for a moment, rain starting to fall. His ego was as bruised as his wings. Those pigs would regret this. Oh yes, they would regret it very much. A terrible, vengeful thought began to form in Freddy's tiny fly brain. He would have his revenge. Freddy flew back to his home, a discarded sardine can behind the dumpster of Swill and Swinery. He called upon his most trusted comrades, Buzz, a fly with a knack for explosives, firecrackers mostly, and Bertha, a large, imposing fly with a mean right hook. He told them of his humiliation, his plan for revenge.
"We'll show them."
Buzz buzzed, brandishing a tiny toothpick like a sword. Bertha nodded in agreement, flexing her minuscule bicep. The plan was simple, elegant, and totally insane. They would become radioactive flies, and then they would unleash their fury upon Swill and Swinery. The next day, Freddy, Buzz, and Bertha set off on their perilous journey. Their destination? The local nuclear plant, rumored to have some leaky barrels out back. It was a long, arduous journey. They braved the wind, the rain, and a particularly sticky spider web. But their thirst for vengeance, and, let's be honest, a little bit of curiosity, kept them going. Finally, they arrived. The barrels, as promised, were leaking a strange green goo.
"Eat up, boys!"
Freddy yelled, his voice shaking with a mixture of fear and excitement. And so they did, lapping up the glowing goo until their little fly bodies practically glowed in the dark. They felt different, stronger, more buzzworthy. The night of the attack arrived. Freddy, Buzz, and Bertha, now glowing a menacing green, hovered outside Swill and Swinery. The party was in full swing, oblivious to the radioactive storm about to hit them. Freddy looked at his comrades, his eyes glowing with an eerie light.
"Let's do this."
They burst through the window, buzzing angrily, leaving a trail of green, shimmering dust in their wake. The music stopped. Pigs squealed in terror. Glasses shattered. It was chaos. Freddy, high on radioactive energy and revenge, headed straight for Horace, who was cowering under a table. But just as Freddy was about to unleash his radioactive wrath, something unexpected happened. Horace, trembling, pulled out a card. It was large, shiny, and pulsed with a strange energy.
"Uno reverse!"
He squealed, holding up the card. It was a nuclear Uno reverse card, a recent invention by pig scientists. The effect was instantaneous. The green energy that surrounded Freddy, Buzz, and Bertha reversed. It was sucked back towards them, engulfing them in its radioactive embrace. They were shrunk, zapped, and flung back out the window, landing with a soft thud in a nearby mud puddle. The pigs, unharmed, looked at each other in amazement. Then they burst into laughter. The party continued. Justice, it seemed, had a funny way of working itself out.